Hey everyone, so we are back here at another installment of Distance Learning for Art. Today we're going to be using found objects to paint on and use as a painting surface. So in case we run out of paper or we really are just kind of bored of using it. For our project today, we're going to need some type of paint. Here I have a paint tray that I've been using. It's just a simple paper plate with a few different colors. It's your choice really what colors you're using or you have available. You're going to want to have some type of painting surface, whether it's a found object or just a blank piece of paper. You'll want some type of paintbrush or instrument to put paint on your piece of paper, and then a water cup and a paper towel or something to wipe that water on. Okay, so just like a tissue or something like that. All right, so what I have here is I have half of a Cheez-It box. And I'm actually going to cut off these, I've opened up the box, and I'm going to cut off these extra flaps. And by doing that, I'm going to be leaving myself with a nice, kind of sturdy surface to paint on. Personally, I don't really like painting on just a flat sheet of paper. It's very thin. Sometimes you make holes because you put too much paint on there. I'm going to clean up some of these edges as well while we're here. And so I like to paint on something a little bit thicker. You might not have a canvas or something thicker to paint with, but a lot of times we do have different boxes. Remember, anytime you're using scissors and cutting something up, make sure you're getting all of your scraps in the nearest trash can. Alright, so I can put my scissors away. And now I have my surface. Personally, I'm not going to worry about the back. If the back's going to really bother you, you can always paint it with a flat color. But I'm going to worry about this side. So this side is going to become my painting surface. So this is going to be a two-part video where we're going to be using Sgriffito to really show a picture. So what I have to do first is I have to take these paints and I have to put a very, kind of a fun design of paint down. Then next video we'll come back once this is all dry, paint black on top of it, so we might want to stay away from black for this part. And then we'll use the back of our paintbrush and draw a picture into it. So, using the colors that I have, and I'm using the colors that I have, I'm going to paint on here. So, let's talk about paint for a second. So, here you can see a paper plate. These are just the paper plates that I happen to have, and it has some paint on it. I already made another project, so that's why the paint kind of looks like this. This particular paint is acrylic paint. So acrylic paint, when it dries, it's a little bit shiny and it has more longevity, so it sticks around a little bit longer. It doesn't flake off sometimes like tempera paint does. The issue with this stains your clothes. As soon as you get it on, you are racing against the clock to get it washed, that item of clothing, with soap and water and get that stain out. If acrylic paint dries on clothing, it is done. It stains. That is fabric paint essentially. So do not get this on your clothes, whether or not you use an old shirt that you've been told and cleared by your guardians that you can use it as that, or try to stay away from acrylic paint. Tempera paint is what we use at school. It's water-based, it's washable, and even if it dries, you can still get it out of clothing. If you use tempera paint, realize that it's a little bit thinner, so you might have to do 2 coats with it. So, okay, so now I'm going to move my paint off to the side, and I'm just going to work on filling this in. You might also want to have a blank sheet of paper underneath so that you don't get paint on your table. Going all the way to the edges. Alright, my people, once you have your cardboard or your paper filled up, you need to let it dry, and then we'll be back and see the next video.